Hi everyone, it's me, Kristopher Lloyd. You are about to listen to the Carpooling podcast. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel and get your weekly show on YouTube, or go to iTunes and listen to the show wherever you travel. Enjoy the episode.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the greatest podcast ever, Carpooling. So we are your hosts, D-Train and Kristopher Lloyd.
You gotta listen to one or two. It was just classic. I shit my pants.
Real nice, thick, dark, the way I like it. Was your ass hurt the next day?
Fuck no, man. My ass is made of fucking steel.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so that was the first time that I ever let a man pleasure my asshole for a video game.
That's awesome. Now, how did it feel? Like, personally, like, did you enjoy it, or was it, like, kind of weird and you were a little sad? Or what happened?
I mean, does a dog enjoy licking himself?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was one of those things of necessity, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because last night I had the weirdest dream that I was getting raped in the bum. And
Who stabbed?
Yeah, and I was really scared and, like, sad. I woke up and I went straight to the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, I'm gay and I got raped. And then I like came to and I was like, oh, wait a minute. It was a dream. And I was like, wait a minute. Yes.
You came to in the bathroom.
Yeah. I pulled it out and I just shot all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like, I got this, since we were doing this through the computer, I got like, I don't have that many sounds, but I have a few of them on here that are working. Like, listen to this guy right now. Like, anytime we try to bust something out, this guy. Got a little Chewbacca.
Tight.
Little,
balls of steel.
you know, and then a little. I got a little few sound effects in there. And I don't know if I'll try and pull them out. I don't know.
That's sweet. Man, this is taking off. We've got a soundboard and everything.
I know. It actually, like, I set this up a while ago, and then it was probably like almost like a half a year ago or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least the summertime, I guess.
Yeah, and literally, man, I plugged it in and it was like good to go still. Like, it was all set up, ready. Like, I thought, I was like, oh man, it took me like an hour to set it up. I got to figure it out again.
Was that the mixer you got?
Yeah, mixer. So it was a good deal too. It was like $100. So
That's good. I was today, Allison and I, my wife, we went to Value Village trying to get those deals.
yeah.
And I was looking in the electronics section, and I had a laugh, and I kind of thought of you. I was going to take a picture of it, but it was an old mixer, but with like a cassette mixer.
Nice.
Yeah, but they wanted like $50 for it. So
$50?
yeah,
That's pretty high.
yeah,
For a
that's what I
cassette?
thought.
Unless there was like if it was like an audio out or something, maybe it'd be worth it. But
It looked pretty high tech. I mean,
did it?
I don't.
It'd be cool to
Like, it
have.
had a whole bunch of. It had different channels and everything, right? And it had like audio in, mic in,
Yeah.
all this stuff. So I'd imagine it was probably quite the piece of machinery back in 1970.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, all those old analog stuff are like way better than everything we have now.
Right.
All the digital shit clips, and then you're fucked.
Exactly.
Get distortion, you know? You got to be strong.
Strong am I with the force.
Brutal. I'm like saying it while I try to hit it.
I got to. I wonder if there's a digital version that I can get somewhere online.
Of the
Maybe.
soundboards?
Yeah, there must be, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Actually, if you have your iPhone, you could probably just do it right off the iPhone. I think I got mine for free. It was called Showmaster.
Okay.
And then I was just finding, I don't know, it's kind of bullshit, because like I will find sweet sounds, but then when I put it into the app, it just crashes the app, like when I try to play them. So I had to go through them all to see which ones worked. And like, I'd say a quarter of all the sounds I picked worked.
Brutes, magoots.
Yeah, so-
Oh, I see this. Yeah, I might have to record some saucy farts later and
Yeah.
save them on the soundboard.
Hell yeah. Works perfect.
So what's up? How you been? Long time no chat.
Yeah, it has been a long time. You know, I've been busy doing a project with a friend of mine that I've been working on.
Nice.
I think I'm going to be releasing that at the same time that this comes out.
Okay, cool. So no spoilers.
Nah, we can talk about it. It's
Fuck 'em. They can pay for it.
Yeah, all right.
Extended edition.
Yeah. Just whenever you guys hear this, you just go check it out on YouTube or whatever. I'll have it plugged somewhere. It's only like a minute long, but the other part is that's gonna take me another while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't rush greatness.
No, you can't. You, buddy? I heard you're back into you were back into Destiny a little bit.
I was, yeah. Actually, I got really hard back into Destiny. It was good. It just once you have a little more time on your hands, right? You can pretty much pick up anything and get a real drive to play it. Recently, I've switched my gaming room, so the internet situation in the new room is not great for system wise.
Yeah.
So I've just been playing 360, playing Fallout 3 actually, a lot of that.
Yeah. You were doing the old karma play.
Doing the old karma play, yeah.
Did you read that shit?
100% achievements, you got to play through or 3 times minimum.
Yeah, unless you do the karma play.
Right.
I remember like that was like the first, like, because I was all about achievements before, and then like that was like the first thing I looked up when I played that, and it's like, do it this way and you only have to play through once. And I was like,
yeah,
all right, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was dumb. I did that one of my old gamer tags. I had the good and the bad one done, just didn't have the neutral. But
Yeah.
it's all about, you just make those key saves at the right time, and then you just load it up. You go and you rape and pillage, change your karma, and
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
vidanias.
It's like which one's the hardest? Like neutral? Or is it like I don't even remember how to do it anymore. I guess if you stay good the whole time and then you go to neutral and then you go to bad or something.
Yeah, the two at the far end of the spectrums are the easiest. The good's easy. Just be good, and like if you ever need to do anything, you just go and like donate money to the church in Megaton, or
Right.
I think there's another church in Rivet City, and you just give them caps and you get karma. And
Nice.
same with the bad, right? If you want shit karma, you go and kill a bunch of people. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's that fine line of being nice or killing people. It's
Yeah.
hard to achieve in video games and in real life.
For sure. I always, like, I talk to Derek about it all the time, but I always am good when I play games. Like, I'm never bad. Like,
Really?
yeah, I know. I don't know why. Like, and then when I try to be bad, like, I can be bad in it, but like, if I'm just playing through, like, if I was playing Fallout, 95% of the time I'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just art imitating life, right?
Yeah. And, well, anytime you see movies and shit, right? It's always like, you're the good guy. It's rare that it's the bad guy, so it's just all in our pop culture and shit.
I think I liked my bad guy playthrough personally. It's so much easier, and like the dialogue options are hilarious. Like, you're talking to some guy and he's just like, "Hey, well, maybe if I give you some caps, you can let me do this." Or then it's like the bad guy option where it's like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna shoot you in the throat," and you click that, and then you just blow him away.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit through text, since we were talking about Fallout. You, on one side of the show, if people are listening, D-Man likes Fallout 4. But I heard through the grapevine that my old friend, WAZLIFE, might have a different opinion of this.
Yeah. I got it fairly. I didn't get it at launch. Probably like a week or so later, I picked it up and was really hyped, but I didn't touch it. I was like, I'll just play Fallout 3, build up my addiction level again, and then put on 4 and enjoy it. Skipped that, and then I started playing it, and you know what? Honestly, it didn't. I mean, graphically, it's awesome. They've certainly tweaked a bunch of things. I find the shooting 10 times better than it was in Fallout 3 in New Vegas. The story I haven't played it as much to really get into the story, but at the start is I like the premise of it. But overall, like, it didn't blow me away. I wasn't like, it was well worth the price of admission, because in my opinion right now, it's not.
Yeah. Especially since it's, now it's like, what, $69.99 or $79.99, probably what it was?
Yeah. I think I paid, with tax, it was in the $80 range.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm kind of mad that I should have waited till this time next year and got it for like $29.
Yeah. Well, usually of games on the radar for a while, like big ones anyways, and Fallout's a pretty big one. And all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, Fallout 4." And then it's like, I was like, it's got to be coming out in like a year or two. This
Right.
year, 2 months away, it's out. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like, so I felt personally that they like, rushed it or something to get it out. Like maybe just updated the graphics, added like, I guess that house thing is the only thing really that's new, other than like tweaking and like saving some things or like making things better.
Yeah, and what's funny, you mentioned the settlement, the house thing. That's something that, honest to God, turned me right off of it. I was like, this is shit. And talking to people who've played far into the game, it's like it becomes, I guess, not. I mean, the game still functions without you having to do that, but
It's a burden.
it's yeah, it's like it's a big part of the game. Like, Jesus, give me a break.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's funny that there's actually some fallout about that online. There's an online reviewer, game reviewer from Giant Bomb, Jeff Gerstmann. I don't know if you're aware of him, but anyways, he didn't give Fallout 4 a really high review. I think he gave it like something like a 70 out of 100, something like that. Like, it's a good game, but it's not a game changer or the best game ever. And anyways, he got pretty much chewed up by people at Rooster Teeth.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's pretty serious internet battle was going on there. I've heard it from another podcast and seeing it on things here and there online. Just like,
Battling it
I
out.
was like, then I was like, you know what? I understand where he's coming from. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it a 90. I'd probably say it's a little higher than 70, but
Not by much, 75 or something.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I played like Fallout 3 like crazy. I loved it. And then so many times I tried to play New Vegas and everybody said New Vegas was better. And I couldn't get into it, man. I tried so many times, but I didn't. And then finally I did get into it, like, right before I got a Xbox One, like months before I got it at the Christmas time. And I finally got into it. And all of a sudden, like, I'm doing all these missions and then everybody wants to kill me and arrest me. I couldn't get any more freaking quests from anybody. So it pissed me off. I had to restart. I was like, I'm not playing it anymore.
Right.
But I don't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about if I start playing the new one, is that I don't fall in love with it again, and it just kind of sits there. So
Yeah, it's that's what mine's been doing. So hopefully you can get a taste for it. You might like it a bit more. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
But like I said, I really enjoyed. Like I played 4, was playing 3, put on 4. It was brand new. Was like, this is balls, and put 3 back on, and like 3 was perfect for me. I was
Yeah.
like, this is great. I don't know if I just like older, shittier games, which, if you know me and my gaming habits,
Right.
you might say that's what I trend towards.
Yeah.
But
well, okay. One thing I wanted to ask: when you were playing through it, did you find any death claws in number 3?
oh yeah, once you hit, it's one of the mainline quests, the main quest.
Okay.
You do something. Now, of course, keep in mind that I'm playing with the all the DLC. I have the Game of the Year edition, so there's more quests and shit with the Broken Steel add-on.
Yeah.
But you end up doing a quest, and you go and you steal this Deathclaw like control thing, because the Enclave is mind controlling the Deathclaws, and then like you're fighting them. They show up now like all the time. Like they're a pretty common enemy.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Like I tried. Like if it's in the main storyline, then obviously I did it because I beat the main storyline.
Right.
So I couldn't remember fighting them because like
Well,
all the like hype, like when the 4th one, even now, like you go on the Reddit and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Deathclaw, nope, and it's like just like jokes, right? And then I was like, I don't even remember them from the 3rd one. I played it all the time, but again, I probably just forget, dumbass, drinking too much or something.
yeah, that's what happens, man.
Yeah, your brain turns to mush.
Yeah, I'm getting dumber too. So I just been drinking lots of water and eating fish.
Yeah, that's what I do. Take fish drops or fish
I was
pills.
just kidding, but good for you.
No, I don't take those. You know how expensive those things are?
Nah, man, I eat gravy drops. What are you
Yeah,
talking
man.
about?
A shower and poutine.
Thanks. How's poutine going?
Pretty good. I took a little break from working on it, and my wife's getting mad at me to get back onto working on it. So this week I started jumping back in and writing and figure out what I'm doing. I took a little break. I don't know. I got lazy, or I started working on other things. I think I was finishing Addict, and then I started working on the stuff with you.
Nice.
And then she sat me down. She's like, "Yeah, you don't want somebody else to go and start doing that and get it out before you and never forgive yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
With you, like, do you have to, because that's like intellectual property right now, do you have to get that trademarked or anything like that?
What, like poutine, or
Well, just say like
the stuff
like
that
at
you
the
and
end
I are
of, like,
doing?
2 months, somebody releases a documentary about poutine, and you're just like, motherfucker just stole like the entire premise. You know what I mean?
No, it's fair game. It's fair
Okay.
game. Yeah, like I couldn't go get it. You can't copyright a story or anything like that. So if somebody comes out with it, then they win. So
Okay. Good job, Steph.
I know, right? So she got me thinking, and then it's like, whatever. I mean, everybody wants to see it, but I'm like, who the hell is gonna actually sit down and do this? But then I see like documentaries on sriracha and shit, and I'm like, well, if somebody does it on hot sauce, then
Yeah, I've seen some pretty stupid shit on like, documentary wise.
yeah,
Like it's you
soda.
check on Vimeo and it's like 9,000 million downloads.
Yeah.
It's about fucking shoes, like those
Wallaby
I forget
clicks.
what it's called. Manolo Debonics or something like that. The red bottom shoes.
Oh yeah, right.
The real rich girls wear that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had like 10 million downloads.
Really? 10 million?
Yeah. It was
Shit.
something stupid, man.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I don't know how it goes with Vimeo, but like 10 million on YouTube is, I think every million is $4,000 for a normal
Is that
person.
how it works?
Yeah. For a normal person, if you're not partnered with them. So 10 million.
So if you just sat there, put a video of yours up and just watched it 10 million times.
Oh no, they can see where you're getting the hits from. So they cap you and they
thought of
stop it.
everything.
Yeah. I think you used to be able to do that, and then they realized what the hell was going on.
Right.
Because they cap it off of, I don't know, I would say probably even like 5 or 10 from the same like internet source, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because like they can see where the IP address is getting pinged, and then they're just like, oh, this is the same spot, watching it over and over. I wonder who that is.
This is the same motherfucker.
Yeah.
Watching his busted ass YouTube video.
The only guy who watches this fucking dumbasses YouTube videos is coming from the exact same spot where it's getting uploaded.
Yeah, and we've actually put a drone camera in his window, and he's tugging every time.
Yeah. No, you don't need a drone camera. You just turn on the laptop camera.
Right.
Imagine that. Like every time you like tug the porno, like the NSA could see you, and they're just like, look at this dumbass jerking it.
There was I'm pretty sure there was an app or something like that you could download, I think on iPhone, and it was an app that activated anytime you're looking at porn on your phone.
Yeah.
And the camera would take a picture of your face while you were watching it, so you could see like your tug face the whole time.
Yeah, and then you could time it for your O face. It's like you almost always close your eyes, so you can never. You try to keep them open, looking in a mirror, it doesn't work.
That's like the old. What was the thing about sneezing? Like you always close your eyes when you sneeze, or your eyeballs will explode.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what they used to say. I wonder
That's real, man. I knew a guy.
Yeah.
You remember Carl?
Yeah, Carl. Crazy Carl?
Yeah, crazy Carl with the eyes.
Yeah, they were just hanging out. Yeah, they were just hanging out all the time.
We call them bibs.
Bibs. Do you ever watch like the TV show Workaholics?
No. Never.
Hilarious. Just hilarious.
Check that out.
Yeah, man. I think they're on like their 5th season and just started again. And it's the first few seasons are hilarious, and then the 4th season, I don't know, I felt it kind of dwindled a little bit, but 5th season, right back into it. Hilariousness.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only half hour too, so like real quick. It's on like it was on Comedy Channel. Like it might be on Comedy Channel on like basic cable, like on cable or
Yeah.
satellite, but on for some reason here, like Much Music now plays like Tosh.0 and like South Park and Workaholics, all the stuff that used to be on Comedy Channel. So I don't know if that's like all over the world now, or if that's just like in my area, or.
No, I have a different cable provider, and Much Music. Yeah, they show like South Park, Simpsons, Tosh.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, you know what? Now that you mentioned, I think I've seen Workaholics like up on the menu.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really watch. I'm not much of a TV guy ever since well, the internet, I guess. I just binge watch TV if I really want to get. So that's why I'm always interested in getting new shows to check out.
So you don't watch Game of Thrones?
Never seen an episode.
Shit.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I seen one where they kill Sean Bean in like that was the first season, I think.
Yeah.
And I just laughed at it and I was like, "Hey, there's Sean Bean. He gets killed." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what happens to him in every movie.
Every movie.
They just kill his ass."
It's in his contract for real. He's like, I gotta get killed so I can't come back for the sequel.
Is he lazy?
I don't know. I think it's just like a running gag now. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually in his contract, or I'm just saying that, but it seems like that.
The
Actually,
Bean clause.
in whatchamacallit, Silent Hill, the second Silent Hill with Jon Snow, Sean Bean survives the whole movie. Spoilers, everybody. He's at the end. But he wasn't really a character. Like, he was like the girl's dad. And then at the very end, like, she comes back from Silent Hill or something, and then he's like, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you." And they like walk away into the sunset.
Sorry, honey, I had to step out and get cigarettes. That traffic was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his daughter's getting like fucking murdered on temps on her 24/7 with the demons.
Pyramid Head and shit.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Pyramid Head, that motherfucker.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good movie. Like, I think the first one was better.
It was Revelations?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, Revelations. It's based on Silent Hill 3, I think, the game. So it's supposed to be like the best game, one of the best games, but it definitely is not a very good movie.
No, and you know what? That's just the whole thing with video game based movies I've found my entire life. They suck.
Oh yeah, they always suck. When I was growing up, Mario Brothers, I know it's a bad movie. I didn't mind it because it was Mario Brothers. I still was like kind of happy to see it.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Like when I seen it, the commercial for it, it was like, oh, this is sweet. Like there's no way this is gonna be bad. They got the guy from The Pest and that other guy with the face. Oh, and look, it's Dennis Hopper.
Yeah,
I've seen him die before.
Yeah,
and then like as a kid, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was sweet. I mean, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh, this is. It's still not bad to watch.
Yeah, like I'll watch it if it's on, but like all around, not really that good of a movie. The Goombas, they should have had the Goombas, like actual like creatures.
Yeah.
And Mario like hitting on that chick to get the jump boots or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, the big girl.
Yeah. He was like stealing a crystal from her boobs or something from a little, and it's a little kids movie.
They need the crystal to go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And it's in her titties, and doesn't he shove his face in
it?
Yeah. Or just like finger it out or something?
Yeah, I know. He motorboats it.
He titties that bitch.
Yeah, and but I remember you can go online and you can read like the first script, and it was like real dark, and it was like for adults, and it was like a way better movie. And then they're like, you can't show this, kids. All the kids are gonna want to see this. We got to make it better for children. Yeah. And then they butchered it, obviously.
But we have to include some form of interracial coitus.
Yeah, we got to throw that in there, and it'd be perfect if that's how they learn to jump. Just some black chick who's got like fucking air canisters in her boots. I don't know.
Yeah, she's got like little paintball gun canisters.
Yeah.
In her Jordans.
Yeah, that's what they should make. They should make a Mario game based on the movie.
Wouldn't that be just awful?
Yeah. But like instead of it being a Mario game, it's like it'd be like a detective game or something, like something different, like completely out of this world. Nothing like Mario, like a Silent Hill kind of game, you know?
Just call it Super Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Isn't he dead?
I don't know if he's dead. He's like stopped acting, and then I thought he came back for a bit in something.
The last movie I remember Bob Hoskins in was I'm trying to think. I know like the international title for it was Danny the Dog. It had like Jet Li in it. He played like this cage fighter that was just insane. And Bob Hoskins was like his owner.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. Really really karate, if that's what you're into.
Yeah. I'm digging those. I dig those movies. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one though. And
Yeah, it came out probably early 2000s, I'd say.
yeah. Okay, so around Sopranos, because I'm pretty sure he was in an episode or two of Sopranos.
Did he play a Brooklyn plumber?
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was Italian. I think he was a mobster. I think he was one of the mobsters for a bit.
Fitting.
Yeah, I want to say it's him, but it might not have been him. Maybe it was a lookalike.
A lot of people got that Hoskins face, right?
No, but like he's like super old in it or something. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's probably not him. I mean, I have Google right here. I can look, but
No, you don't.
yeah. So, anyways, I mean, like we said, we'll wrap this up. It was as kids, it was a good movie. Watch it now. It's good as in nostalgia and you makes you back, but it's not a very good movie.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And it caused Nintendo to never give the rights to let anybody else do a movie again.
Right. Good plans.
Yeah, I know, right?
I noticed at the start you were playing a little music of the hip hop persuasion.
Yeah.
So I take it you're still listening to rap and hip hop?
All the time, man. That's all I listen to.
Nice.
Yeah. I came home, I guess a couple of weeks ago. Steph's like, "Oh, I got you something." And I was like, "What?" Like it was after Christmas. I was like, "That's weird." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I got you tickets to go see Classified." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! I love Classified."
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's in Barrie, and then I guess he's promoting his new album. It just came out last Friday, so that's what I was bumping.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You like it so far?
Yeah, no, it's great. And the first track that I was bumping was produced by Premier. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Not a lot of people. Well, he's done a lot of people. But I would never suspect him to do a Classified track.
Well, that says a lot for Class.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't.
know from like little interviews and stuff from Premiere is he doesn't just produce tracks for anyone, right? Like he has to really dig your shit before he's gonna make a track for you.
Yeah.
Like you don't hear too many Waka Flocka Flame tracks produced by DJ Premier.
No. Everything's pretty dope. And I mean, I don't even think he really produced too much anymore either. Like once Guru died, I think he was just kind of more like traveling around and DJing clubs and shit. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But it's a dirty beat, or filthy, as I should say.
It's so dirty that I wouldn't let my kids watch it, even if they were 18.
Yeah, it's good. I always like Classified. He was, he's been around for a long time. I think this is his 15th album. So
15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like for a while, he was making an album a year. So
Hit the Chewy button because that's beast.
yeah. Oh, damn, I'm on. I fucked it up. Hails.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Like I always liked him. He never like went, Drake style or anything. It was always like classic 90s hip hop forever. Like it was always dirty beats and off rhymes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you would you say you're a Drake hater then?
I wouldn't say I'm a Drake hater. I mean, I don't listen to any of his music. But I don't call myself a Bieber hater either, and everybody hates on Bieber, but I'm like, man, if I was Bieber, I'd be doing the exact same thing.
Right, pulling my dick out in front of 30,000 people. Look at it, smell it.
Yeah. Well, everybody was like, yo, this guy's got a small hammer. And he's like, all right, I got to show everybody that apparently I have a big hammer. And
Really?
that's what he
Good for
did.
him.
That's what he did. And then, he bangs supermodels and shit. So, lucky guy.
Good for him.
Yeah, but he's still a loser.
I'm not even mad at the Beeb. I
Yeah.
mean, he's His story is actually it's a good story. Like he came from a pretty shitty background, from what I understand, without really getting more information about it. Like he was like grew up with a single mom kind of deal.
Yeah.
Just grinded, and then boom, now he's the Beeb.
Yeah, and he owes it all to who was it? Usher?
Yeah, Usher's. I remember hearing one thing about like if I ever had to like some guy's holding the gun to my head and he's like, "You got to tell me one thing about the Beeb or I'll fucking kill you." I could be like, "Yeah, well, there was I don't know, it wasn't so much a signing war, but he had an option to sign with Justin Timberlake or with Usher, and he signed with Usher."
Really? Eh? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Something like that could save your life.
Yeah. I know, but imagine he went with JT. I wonder, like, he'd still be huge, probably.
Well, regardless, I mean,
either way,
his
his path was like, set whichever way he went.
It was
Probably.
going-
He was going up.
Starship Bieber was already loaded with fuel.
Yeah. But it's like, I almost want to say JT would have been cooler because, like, JT's hilarious and he still makes some bumping beats for the club.
Right.
I don't think Usher
Right.
makes anything anymore, does he?
Yeah, he does his one little banger every 5 years, and then he pieces out.
Balls of steel.
Right.
That's right. I gotta get onto that.
Yeah, get on it.
Do you play any phone games? Any mobile gaming?
Not really, but there was one that they just released it or something, and I don't remember the name, but it was like a classic NES game. It's like a remade Mega Man game. Looked awesome.
It's it's like something 9 or something like
Yeah,
that. Right?
yeah.
That's our buddy Kojima, Hideo Kojima.
Is it?
Yeah, because Konami, you know about all the bad
Yeah.
things, the big breakup, and so they didn't want to make that was Capcom, and then anyways, what happened?
he
They scrapped
left.
Mega Man. They were like, no, we're not making another Mega Man, and then they went out and made it, and then called it like Danger 9 or something like that.
Yeah. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
It's, what you'd say, it's like a sister, I guess, to that.
Yeah, an homage or some shit.
Way.
Yeah, it looked fun. I was gonna buy it. It was really cheap too. And then I don't know why I didn't buy it. I was like, I'm gonna buy this, and then I don't know. Maybe I went to the bathroom and tugged. I don't know.
Well, that's what happens. You
I
can
know.
spend $1.99, or you go to Pornhub and
I know.
yeah,
That is the
9
greatest
times
site ever. Honestly.
Pornhub.
Yeah, that's the best one. I think that's the only one.
There's a couple.
Yeah, I know there's a couple, but it's funny because like I was listening to this porn star and she was saying how they don't really care about that stuff anymore because there's all these like the free porn, like Pornhub and shit.
Yeah.
Because there's always people that love these girls, and most of them have like their own website where they like do live cam shit for only
Yeah.
paying customers, and they
Right.
get like so many people just from these live cam shows all the time. You know what I mean? Like you do it like 2 hours a night or something, and you get like I don't know, say like 10,000 people watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you get the guys that
Send them gifts.
you pay the money to get the coins or the tokens, and then you're like, oh, give me 100 tokens, and you can come into my private room.
Yeah, and
And
you
then
can.
she like just lifts up like an old milk bottle to the camera and like smiles, and you're like, oh yeah, you're getting my money tonight.
Yeah, that's the way of the
I'm-
future, man.
Yeah.
Those free
oh, yeah.
cams.
Once they get those sex bots going.
Yeah, actually, no, virtual reality porn. That's probably gonna be great
Can't wait.
when we have sex with robots.
Yeah, man. It's well, I mean, there's weirder things that already go on, so
Yeah.
I don't think I'd look down on somebody that's just openly came out and be like, yeah, so I got the old sex robot and
Yeah. I wouldn't care.
I fuck it.
Yeah, I'd be like, really? That's great.
Really? That's great. Where do you keep that? I
Yeah.
want to check it out.
Yeah, it's clean, right? Yeah. That's the only problem with all these like sex things is like, they have to get cleaned, and you never want to clean it after. Once you're done, you want to just go chill,
Well, you think like they'd have
like a
like a
dishwasher.
disposable fleshlight by now? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Just something a little cheaper and you get in a box of like 30.
Yeah, kind of like like at the dollar stores, you get those like kind of finger trap things. They're like made out of water.
Oh yeah.
Those things.
Hey, you want to go to the dollar store?
Yeah, go get some finger traps.
I
Yes.
thought you were gonna say, the dollar store. Like, you ever just gotten that 6-pack of socks? The old black ones. They were great.
What you
But those
talking
finger
about?
traps.
All right. Okay, Was. This is what I'm gonna say to you.
Shut the hell up.
God damn you, Hank Hill.
You watch that show?
Did I? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I like King of the Hill. It was a good show.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's really good or not.
It is. It's got its moments.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one episode where like Hank and Peggy used to smoke cigarettes when they were younger. And like for whatever reason they get back into smoking cigarettes. And then Bobby gets addicted to smoking cigarettes. And like they're all fighting in the bathroom over this one last cigarette. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know exactly what episode you're talking about. I remember that one. That one's
Right? And
hilarious.
he's like, they're having dinner at one point, and Hank's like, Peggy, I left a little tile in the bathroom for you to go and clean yourself. And Bobby's like all stressed out because he hasn't hacked it down. He's like, if the tile's clean or dirty, then clean it. But if it's clean, then leave it. And then he like snubs out his sausage like a cigarette. Classic.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a funny episode, man.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. The one, there's another one too where Hank goes blind because he sees like his dad banging or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that one too, actually.
And he's like, he's walking out and his eyes are all fucked.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you okay? He's like, oh, I just poked myself in the eye with my foam finger.
Yeah. And Good Hank? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Like, I didn't really find it that funny when I was younger, but now when I think about it, Good Hank is fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. His old man in Cotton is hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like the typical Texas racist redneck from the, like, born in the 20s.
Yeah.
War vet.
Yeah.
Real piece of shit.
Grimace, what's up? Yo, Grimace.
How's he doing? How's Quaid?
He's, yeah, I don't think he's feeling too good today. Leah fed him all her, pasta, like her whole plate, puked it all up.
Poor guy.
Yeah, but
You know
it's
what
probably
clears
worth
that
it.
up, eh?
Weed?
Nah, grapes covered in pork.
Yeah, right. Really?
Nah, man, he'll be dead.
Yeah, it's like giving him. I know grapes are bad, chocolate, and I think isn't it any bone except for like beef bones are bad for them?
I think bones are like you're not supposed to give them pork bones.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
you're
like
supposed to give
something do with
chicken
the
bones.
marrow, the bone marrow.
Yeah. Oh, that sweet, sweet marrow in there.
Give me that, baby. I need that.
Yeah. Oh man, you ever watch Supernatural?
No,
It's a pretty
No.
good show, and it's on American Netflix. But that reminded me, like, there's like I'm like in the 9th season, and there's a main character. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but he's like addicted to human blood, and he's like a heroin junkie. It's fucking hilarious.
is Supernatural? Is that the one that has the guy in it that used to be on Breaker High,
Maybe.
like the fat guy?
No, I don't think so. No.
What am I thinking of then?
Yeah, Supernatural has like this guy who's kind of like a pretty boy, long hair, and then this other guy who was in soap operas. But
Yeah.
they weren't
Doesn't
really.
sound like
Yeah,
either of the guys.
they're not really. They weren't really in anything. I don't think And then this show, this is what made them huge.
Oh,
But they're not even in anything else. I don't think.
they're just TV ballers.
Yeah, doing this show.
You watched Ash versus Evil Dead yet?
Nah, I forgot.
Stop sleeping.
I know. I gotta watch that shit. That
It's hilarious.
and I gotta finish Rick and Morty too.
Rick and Morty. Is that the one where the guys look like Doc and Marty?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I've been told to
cartoon?
Watch that by a few people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's really funny. Like even Steph, like usually Steph doesn't watch my stupid shows, and she's like, "This show is hilarious," and she watches it
Nice.
with me. But the problem with that is I can't binge it. Like if she's not here watching it with me, and I watch it, she gets mad. So that's the worst, man. So it's kind of almost good if your woman doesn't like your shows and you can watch them yourself, because then you can just crush them.
Well, that's perfect for me because Allison doesn't like anything that I watch.
No.
I tried to get her to watch Breaking Bad with me. I watched Breaking Bad again.
Yeah.
And she maybe sat through like couple of maybe 6 episodes, but I could tell that she wasn't really enjoying herself.
She wasn't having it.
She didn't have that. She's not down with the meth gangsters.
Man, that show's awesome. I'm sad it's over.
Yeah, it's I watched it again, and you know what? I liked it even more.
Probably.
I have a newfound hatred again for Skylar. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see that bitch in public, and I'm hitting her with an uppercut.
Yeah. She's a hoe. She fucked it
Yeah.
all up.
She's such an asshole.
Yeah. It's always the wife. Always.
Yeah, she's been fucking Ted Beneke.
Yeah. The
Dude,
best
that
is when he
piece of shit.
sends Bill Burr over there and he like fucking breaks his, whatever he breaks, his collarbone or his fucking.
Oh yeah. He runs. They send
the big black guy.
Saul
And,
sends Yule and the guy that looks like he used to be on the show Titus.
yeah, that's Bill Burr, the
Oh,
comedian.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That's Bill Burr.
Yeah, that's Bill Burr.
Man, I thought Bill Burr was somebody else.
No, that's Bill Burr. Hilarious
I gotta-
comedian.
Ah, that's funny, man.
Yeah. No, that show's great. I watched this thing on YouTube from the Film Theorists, and he did like a whole episode on why Walter stayed alive at the end, and he's actually probably in trial right now. And he like, went through all the reasons why he's probably still alive, because his wound wasn't bleeding enough. Like if it would hit a major artery, there'd be a lot more blood. And the first thing the cops would have did is like resuscitate him so they could bring him to court, because he was such a high profile case.
Well, right.
And he like explained why when the guy checks his neck, it's like he's like, oh, you can tell that he's probably still alive because he like checks him and then keeps going on with his business. So his heart's
Yeah.
still beating instead of like calling for somebody to get in there quick to try and save him.
Yeah, he's fine, guys. He's good for another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, we're all right. We'll just check and see if somebody else is here. But I mean, obviously, it's just a theory, and the guy, he's a pretty smart guy, but he also said, spoilers, everybody, that you've seen Star Wars, right?
I have twice now.
Yeah. So he said that he was one of the crazy people who said Luke was bad.
I've heard that. I don't see it at all.
No, he's definitely good for sure.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, no.
If
Anyone
you've
that
seen
says
it-
that's a crazy person.
yeah, because I said they wouldn't have went all the way through the first. They wouldn't just throw out the first 3 movies and just say, oh, now he's bad after he went through that whole thing to be good.
Like, imagine though, episode 8. It's like the first 3 minutes. It's dialogue between Luke and Rey, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I just want to tug." And then he pulls out the saber and cuts her head off, and he actually is bad.
Yeah, it'd be actually pretty cool. I'd be super
I'm trying to
happy.
tug it for like 30 years. Look at my robot hand. I tugged it so much the skin's gone. Leave me be.
I always thought like he looked like he was gonna cry. I only seen it once, so I don't know. Like he looked like he had tears in his eyes. He was gonna cry.
Yeah, because he probably was like about to ejaculate for the
Yeah.
first time in 40 years. And-
Seeing a girl.
yeah, he's seen a girl and he's like, ah, ruined it for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been looking at that rock formation. It looks like a nice big wang.
Yeah. And I don't know. People say that could be his daughter. What do you think about that?
I came up with something like that. We were discussing it after the I think it was the first time I watched it. I was talking to about my wife's brother about the whole end. I was like, you know what? And like, cause she's Ray's on the planet I'm waiting for my parents to come back. And right. And then she has the flashback when she grabs Luke's saber from that little midget, the yellow midget. And you can see like them giving her to whoever, like a slave driver, whoever owned her or took responsibility for her.
Yeah.
And then you see a ship flying away. I was like, well, maybe not Luke's daughter, but maybe it's another one of Han and Leia's kids
Yeah.
or something like that, because like Leia really took a liking to her at the end. Like she's hugging her and shit and like, yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just hiding it because of what happened with Ben, aka Kylo Ren.
Kylo.
They wanted to isolate her from everyone so they wouldn't maybe try to manipulate her to become an evil person. But
Yeah. Or follow in the Jedi steps and then, turn bad too or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That was
what I think is going on too. because like either way, cousins would be cool, but I can't see Luke having kids because
He's tugging.
yeah, he's definitely tugging, and you know, he doesn't want to have darkness, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it makes sense, and like Han and her had like this chemistry that like it just seemed too good, like to just be like, you know, oh, they just like each other because they're kind of the same.
You could almost say she had the wit of a smuggler.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Mm.
And then it would just be perfect how it would be Kylo Ren versus her again, but this time they know
Their brother and sister.
yeah, and they got to kill each other.
Yeah. And that the other thing that kind of leads to she's so powerful as a user of the Force, right? I mean, if you think back to the original Star Wars, Luke doesn't do anything like Force related until like the second movie, and even then he's brutal at it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he struggles to pull the fucking lightsaber out of the snow when he's fighting Chewbacca's brother,
yeah,
Daryl.
yeah, his Albanian brother.
And like he struggles, and then she fucking whips it. She pulls it away from a guy that's using the dark side of the Force, like a Sith, like whatever you call it. I guess.
Yeah.
Not a master, but like a Sith guy.
Yeah, someone
Give
who's
me a
definitely
break.
trained. He was trained
Yeah,
by Luke, and then
exactly.
he was also trained by that other guy.
Yeah, she hits a fucking Jedi mind trick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
3 for 3, man.
yeah, she's pretty baller.
She's got the metachlorines count of
Yeah.
it's higher than Master Yoda.
Yeah.
That guy died, eh? The old shitty Anakin.
Oh, he actually died?
Like the guy, the Anakin, the little Annie from like episode 1.
Oh, the kid died.
Yeah, well, he's an adult now, but
Yeah.
he's dead.
Really, eh?
Yeah, he ate too much potato. I always thought that kid looked like a potato.
Yeah. I watched the behind the scenes of episode 1, and like it was him and 4 other kids that were the finals for the role. And Lucas even says after that kid, it shows the kid, like Jake Lloyd.
Yeah.
He was like, he's the worst out of them all. And then he picks him. I don't understand what happened.
He must have sat there and like he's like, well, I got Jar Jar Binks. May as well pick the kid that looks like an old russet potato.
Yeah. The one who mouths other people's lines to remember his lines.
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
There's a scene where like Padme's talking and he's mouthing exactly what she's saying, man. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it.
I'm gonna look for that now.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Just friggin' kid. Whatever.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah,
made
I'm
millions
pretty
of
sure I
dollars.
seen he died. They found him
Choked
dead
up.
in his apartment.
He found him as a French fry.
Yeah, he was sitting there peeling back his skin.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, he was frying himself.
Yeah, we're just kidding. Rest in peace, kid.
Yeah, sorry, Jake
yeah,
Lloyd.
Yeah. You know, he was my cousin.
That's right.
He wasn't my cousin.
Nah.
He was not my cousin. I would have borrowed money before he died.
That's why he killed himself, because you went into massive debt from the
Yeah.
money he gave you. You borrowed. Hey man, can I get like $100K? Pay you back in like a month. Chris said he was gonna pay me back. And then he fucking microwaved his hand.
Yeah, right, mashed up. There's only one way to find out.
I'm gonna go call the psychic hotline. They'll know what to do.
That's awesome.
Oh, these stupid things are stupid. Sweet. So he's dead.
He's dead.
So they won't put him in like a flashback scene like they did Hayden Christensen or whatever his name was.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to do that. He's well, I mean, they brought Tupac back for Coachella, so
Yeah, that's
Jake
true.
Lloyd in the new
Oh, I lost you.
Star Wars isn't a stretch.
Yeah.
Probably be able to do it a lot cheaper.
Yeah. I lost you there for a second. Weird.
Yeah, I've been stealing my neighbor's internet for 3 years.
Nice. Good play. He's just catching on.
Right.
Hope he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah.
Cut you off.
Nah, he's pretty stupid.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a password on that shit.
No.
That's the best.
That
Damn.
works for me.
Yeah. Are you, did you figure out what you're going to do to get to your room or whatever? To your new room for your Xbox or whatever?
Oh, it's a simple fix. It's just weather right now isn't the best. All I have to do is because I got digital cable internet now, which I'm finding is a lot better.
Yeah.
So I just have to run a new line to this new room. Like the line's already here. I just need to connect it at the back of the house. But whenever I first moved in, I cut it halfway around the house because I didn't see any need for me to ever have to move rooms.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass about it.
That always happens, eh?
Yeah, that's what happens when you got those goddamn kids.
Yeah. Yeah, when's that one coming? Soon.
April.
Oh, yeah, April, eh? Yeah. Oh,
In
yeah.
April. You always get me mixed up with Kelly.
Yeah, I know. I just thought of that again. Because, yeah, he's coming up soon. That one. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
And you guys
That's
don't
his
know,
first.
right? Yeah, well, he has like an adopted kid, kind of. With this, like the girl had a kid with some other guy.
Okay.
And,
So he's just running a team of bastards over there.
yeah, exactly. But I guess he's like the kid is, and the girl, like that, the first father, like they still get along. So Kelly's like weekday dad, and he's like weekend dad or some shit. I would hate to be like the real dad and be called weekend dad.
So he'd be the Will Ferrell to this kid's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
cool.
But I don't know if like I think he's always been around. I don't know. I don't want to talk for these fucking idiots.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he can speak for himself. I sent that guy a mic too.
Just waiting for his ass to start stealing some internet.
Yeah, you're waiting on it. All right, well, buddy, this has been fun. I'm gonna head off because I go to bed at 10 o'clock because I wake up at 4.
Yeah.
And all right, buddy, thank you very much for doing this. Let's keep doing it, man. I had fun.
Anytime, sir.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad we got it set up. So keep it, write down the settings and everything, and we could just do it up. Even if we can do like 20 minutes or a half hour here and there once in a while. I'll get them out.
Yeah,
I'll fire them out
sweet.
same week.
Word up, G.
All right, buddy, man. Take care. We'll talk to you
talk to you
later. Yep. All right, everybody. That is it for episode number 62 of the Carpooling Podcast. First of all, I would like to thank Nathan Wasmund, an old-time friend, for being a guest on the show. So what this episode was kind of just testing out the Skype and trying to get the settings right. Nathan and I are working on a new podcast, and it's going to be completely about gaming. So this one was just, getting the settings right and, trying to get some chemistry going, figuring out what the show is going to be about. And before, I'm going to be releasing them as a Carpooling Podcast episode. So every time we're done a show, I'm going to release it as a Carpooling Podcast until the feed's ready, until everything is completely ready to release the show. Then I'll backlog them onto the actual podcast, whatever we're going to call it. So, there's going to be more of these episodes coming up. So I hope you enjoy them. The next few are going to be completely about gaming. So that should be a lot of fun. Again, as always, this episode was brought to you by www.ratherunique.ca. Go there, check out the media work. If you need anything done, message me through the site info@ratherunique.ca. And wait until I give you a quote and then message me back saying you heard it on the podcast and you'll get another 10% off. Follow the show on Twitter @CarpoolingPod. You can follow myself on Twitter @Kris_Asteroid. And you can follow Nathan @WAZLIFE. If you're listening on iTunes, please subscribe, leave a 5-star rating or 4-star, whatever you think the show is worth, and leave a comment letting the world know what you think about the show. Seriously, it only takes a second, and it would help out the show immensely. On behalf of Nathan Wasmund and myself, Kristopher Lloyd, thank you for listening to the Carpooling Podcast, and stay tuned for our podcast coming up soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Hi again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me know what you think about the episode in the comments below. You can also tell us what you want us to talk about on a future episode. Or you can express your opinion about something we spoke about on the current show. Like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to follow me and the show on Twitter. Thanks, everyone.